Hello. So my name is Shonsky. I am a part of the group I Eat My Pizza Crusts, and just in this video I'll be just briefly going over the video game I've created, Trash Taste: The Dark Timeline, and basically just some of the core gameplay features. And yeah, so first this is the main menu, and as you can see there's a new game as well as load game buttons. So I'll just quickly go to the load game, and clicking on that with the left mouse click brings up the save game and load game panel. So basically from here you could access different files. So if you don't want to, if you want to take a break and continue playing the game at a later time, you can just select one of these files, and if you were in the game, you would save. And these are some of the files I have previously saved myself, and if I just select on one of these, I could load it up from here. So I will, for now, I will go back to the main menu and start a new game. So this is the visual novel gameplay state. As you can see, here is the character on screen, his corresponding name, as well as the text. And as in terms of controls, it's simple. It's a left mouse click to progress further, and I can just click anywhere on the screen, so it's very simple and intuitive. So I'll just continue going for a little bit. And I can, if I want to speed up the text a bit, I would just spam click and it kind of does that. There's also the text that appends onto the end of a sentence, as well as, see, like right there, or it just creates a new segment. And as you can see, the entire way, he had changing facial expressions to more so match the what he is saying. And then I will actually go to the load game panel to show you something else. So I just select the file and select load, and there you go. I am where I previously left off. So over here, the thing I wanted to show was the player choice functionality, which was basically as you read the visual novel, you'll encounter player choices. So right here, it's what do you plan on doing with your time? And selecting one of these two options, I'll be led to a unique dialogue as well as a new playing card acquired. Because another like gameplay element of this project is the deck building element, as well as and how that leads into the and how that kind of ties together the visual novel and turn-based combats. And as you can see, it continues on from there. All right. Next, I will jump into the turn-based combats. So this is the narrative preceding the first playable level. It's basically the main character Garn and his friends are recording an episode of the podcast as they normally would, as you can see. And it was all going great until they started talking about chicken, and then they get into a heated argument over that. And yeah, they are ready to fight to the death over it. And here is the image that precedes the battle, and here we go. As you can see, his health goes down to 25. That's just for demonstration purposes. So here is the player health, draw button, and turn button, and here are 5 empty card slots. So I can draw 5 cards at a time, and here are all the unique cards that I've collected throughout the deck building process. And when you hover over them, you can see that it provides a more a short description on what the card does, just in case the player doesn't quite remember what each of every one of them does. So it is currently my turn, so you draw and select cards to play. So I will choose to stun the enemy. And as you can see, it actually that one works on a random number generator, so it did not work that time. And if I try to heal when I'm at full health, it says, "Oh, I'm actually full health," and the card doesn't actually play. I'll play a basic damage card, which deals 5 health. And as you can see, there's an indicator through text as well as a larger indicator up top. And then as there's the Monk Training Art card, which is a 2-time multiplier on your next attack, as well as the half a brain cell card, which is you want to play this. Let me see if I can get the card right now. Oh, I'll show it when it shows up. And then, oh, I forgot to mention, each of these cards costs a certain amount of degeneracy. As you can see, this costs 2, this one costs 1 to play. And every turn you get 5, as you can see right here, so it will decrement every time you play a card. So if I want to, let's say, inflict 10 damage, it's played, and my degeneracy is now back to 0. So when I end the turn, as you can see, it replenishes when my next turn begins. So here's the other brain cells card I was talking about. So if I played these two on the same, like together, one after the other, on the same turn, I believe, it will deal increased amount of damage. And if you play them individually, they will actually deal no damage. So I think that's most of the card's descriptions. Oh, and this one will add 1 degeneracy for the following turn. And yeah, and regarding the enemy abilities, I'll just try to quickly show at least one of the states here. As you can see, when his previous turn, it said it was pumping up. So this is his final special ability. So if I'm going to turn again, he does an increased amount of damage, and then turn. As you can see, he pumps himself up, charges 1 turn, and then the next turn he deals an extreme amount of damage. When and the ability that he performs is based on his current health status. When he has higher health, it'll be lower damage attacks. One is a small small damage attack, but has also deals with a random number generator that will increase damage every so often. And then there's also one that's from 50 to 25, I believe, and that's his ability. He can also has a potential to stun you as well. So if I just deal, I'm gonna just play the 2 brain cell cards, see 0 damage, and if I play the other brain cell card, I deal 30 damage. See, I have won the Great Chicken Debate, and I can progress further. Since this is a tutorial level, the outcome will not dictate narrative branch, and then I will move forward to the next level. I believe it was this file. Turning Point 2, Descent into Madness. So this is Garnet is being forced to stay on the podcast even though his friends are no longer with him. And so he fights Maylene, who is the kind of the person who brought together the boys to Japan. So again, I will draw 5 cards. So she has in terms of intensity scaling, she has a higher, it's kind of hard to see because I have it set to 25, but she has increased health as well as damage. So if, and her special ability is, I'll demonstrate here. If I end the turn, as you can see, her health increases by 5 every turn basically. And if I just, also I want to show her, so when her health is above a certain amount, she will increase 5 health every round, which makes her a really annoying opponent. I will try the stun card. It did not work. I will inflict 10 damage and increase my degeneracy for the following turn. That's their special ability right there. So if her health is very low, she will replenish her health by 30. And this is only available once for her throughout the entire battle. So I will click on this, and if I combine the 2 brain cell cards with this Monk Training Art, which doubles my next attack, this one will deal a massive 60 damage, and I won the battle. Progressing further, this is the precursor to the final battle where Garnet wanting to save his friends, he meets a person from Westminster, UK, and he undergoes a combat trial to see if he is worthy of undergoing the journey. And his opponent this time is Denji, Chainsaw Man from the popular anime. Similar to Maylene, his intense, basic, consistent intensity scaling is increased health and damage. So he's a interesting opponent because a lot of his abilities are kind of like spontaneous and more kind of random, which kind of reflect his character. So let's just say I end my turn for say. He slashes me 3 times. So depending on his health status as well, there's a random there's a random range of how many times he can attack you per turn. So that's why I said he slashed me 3 times. He does 10 damage per slash. And yeah, it'll sometimes range from 1 to 3, 1 to 4, or 1 to 5. So I'll play the 2 brain cell cards, and I deal 30 damage. That ended a little faster than I wanted to, but I'll just try to go through that again. Okay, so I do want to show off some more of his abilities. So say I end my turn, he slashes me twice. Let me see if I can get it 4 times, 2 times. Okay, I died that time, but this is also perfect because, as you can see, this is a different narrative branch. So this is the Golden Requiem ending. So basically, he fails the combat trial, and then he returns to reunite with his loved one. And yeah, he has a son. He actually has a son, and he kind of undergoes a journey that his father once wanted to pursue. And yeah, that's pretty much it for. I'll just explain verbally the Denji's abilities. So basically, he has a bleed effect. So basically, random chance, if I'm afflicted by bleed, then the next 3 cards I play, I will take minor damage each card I play. And he also has the when his health is at a certain level, he will also heal 30 health. So he replenishes as well. And I think that is it for the most part. So thank you for listening.